Alright guys, I know I said the last episode, the bait and the hook, would be the last in the first series of Darkness and Light, but I just wanted to add this last and final piece, I think, to this series, and it's about doing the right things but with the wrong motivation. The enemy is very tricky and he's very subtle, and he will have you sometimes doing things that will bless other people and that will yield fruit for other people, but you will not receive anything from that. Why? Because you've done it not with a pure motivation, not with a pure heart. And this is the subtlety of Satan, that he can twist something that was pure and turn it into something that's impure, which will still bless someone else but not bless you. How does he do that? We have to understand that Jesus Christ is our example in all things, and if we look into his life, he was rejected by everyone at some stage, and he was despised even though he did right. So he healed someone on the Sabbath day, and rather than people rejoicing, they're getting angry that he healed someone on the Sabbath day. He goes to this area where this man has been going crazy and causing trouble in the town for like 20 years. He heals him, he takes the demons out of him and puts them into pigs, and the pigs go and run off a hill, and the people get upset, and the people are mad that he cast the demons out of the man and put it into the pigs. People always questioned Jesus' motivation. People always questioned why he did what he did, yet what he did was all good. He didn't do any wrong. And so rejection can cause us to do things that are good but for the wrong reason. And that is an issue, because you cannot get the blessings when you do something, no matter how good it is, for the wrong reason. And so Jesus was never motivated by rejection. He was never motivated by his detractors. He never allows pain and hurt to cause him to do something. Now, I would really love to talk about this at length, but this is going to be a quick video, so I'm just going to skim through. We go through situations in our life that cause us pain, that cause us hurt, we feel rejected, and sometimes we operate out of that pain, that anger, that hurt. And so I'm going to do this to show them, I'm going to do this to show them, I'm going to do this. And when we finally do what we wanted to do, we don't actually feel that satisfaction or that ease. We still feel burdened, because at the end of the day, the motivation for you doing it was never actually good. And in some cases, the motivation was never for you, it was for someone else. So what you've done is you've given your energy, you've given your emotion into a negative situation, into a negative force. So you've put it into bitterness, you've put it into anger, you've put it into rejection, and you've achieved something with it, but it doesn't yield anything because it's negative. We have to understand that we have to operate from the purest motivation. We have to operate from the right place. And so therefore our motivation and our reason for doing things should actually come from God, because only what we do for Christ will last. So if we keep looking at the example of Jesus, the Bible talks of him weeping over Jerusalem. He cried about the people he came to save, because he said they did not know what made for their peace. They did not know that this is the time of their Savior. This is the time of their Messiah coming to them. And so he wept over them. We see Jesus weeping over Israel more than he is rejoicing. But he never operated out of that anger, of that rejection, out of those negative feelings. What does the Bible say? Who for the joy that was set before him, first of all, looking unto Jesus, because we need to look to him, don't look to man. Looking unto Jesus, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross and despised the shame. So Jesus was able to go through what he went through because he knew that there was a joy that was set before him. He knew that there was a goal. He knew his purpose. He understood, I'm here to do one thing. That's to die for these people's sins. So he was able to go through the cross. He was able to take the shame, because he understood, my job is to do the will of the one that sent me. He said, I shall see the travail of my soul and be satisfied. This is him saying, I'm going to see the pain and the anguish, the embarrassment, the disrespect, the humiliation that I'm going to have to go through, but I'm going to be satisfied, because guess what? I'm going to reconcile my people to me. We have to operate out of the pure motivation. This is why it's important to know your purpose. When you know your purpose, you can reject the advances of the devil. You don't have to operate out of anger. Anger for what your parents may have done. Anger for what your husband, wife may have done. Your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend. Because what you are doing is you're putting your energy and you're putting your life force into negative things. And even into people sometimes who don't care about you. What we need to allow ourselves to do is to get to know God more and to be closer to Him so we can understand our purpose. And it is our purpose that helps us to go through the hard times. It's going to be your purpose in this life that's going to help you to overcome every barrier and every obstacle. And so therefore, when we operate in our purpose and when we operate in our reason for living and our reason for being here, when we operate in the Spirit of God and with the Spirit of God, the outcome will be a blessing to us and will be a blessing to others. But the devil is subtle and he can get you to do good things for the wrong reason and you won't get blessed for it. So that's just my small encouragement to you, that we be wary that what we do is from a pure place and not from a place of rejection or anger or hurt. Find your purpose in Christ. Operate in the way He wants you to operate, and you will always receive the blessings for the things that you do that are from the right place, which will be motivated by Him. Because remember, we have no righteousness of our own. He gives us righteousness. We are the righteousness of God. And so if we take His righteousness, we will always do the correct things, and what we do for Him will last, which means we will carry the benefits of it into eternity. That's all I have to say. Stay close to Christ.